Hey, what's up everybody? It is Fatboy J here with Aperture of Gaming, your portal to the gaming world. Today is Friday the 29th, 2018. Today we're going to be going over some gaming news that you may have missed or just probably looked over because it's so small. So let's go ahead and jump into it right now. Our first story, we're going to be talking about Warner Brothers intellectual property. They're going to be getting sued for their game of Westworld, was the adaptation of their TV show Westworld. By Bethesda Games. So Bethesda has their game Fallout Shelter, and that's a mobile game that's now been ported over to console, but it's also made by the same company that made, or the same development studio that made Westworld, the game. So the game studio, Behavior Studios, was working with Warner Brothers and Bethesda to make both separate IP titles, but Bethesda is suing or has a lawsuit against Warner Brothers saying that Behavior Games used the same source code for their game Fallout Shelter that they're using for the Westworld game. So this lawsuit is getting a little bit tricky, but every action and accusation that Bethesda has made against Warner Brothers has denied, saying that it's not true. Behavior Game Studios has definitely reassured Warner Brothers that that is not the case, that they did not use the same source code to make Westworld game that they did for Fallout Shelter. So hopefully we see an ending resolution where both parties come out happy, but right now it does look like Warner Brothers still is in a little bit of hot water until Bethesda and Behavior Games can work out something where it doesn't look like the source code's been used and maybe change some things around to where both properties do not have the same kind of game style, the same game mechanics, and the same art style as well. So until then, we're just going to have to wait and follow this story until it continues to develop. So our next story coming in is that Google is trying to develop a gaming console, which is codenamed Yeti at the moment. So with that being said, a lot of people are excited and hyped over this, saying, what can Google do differently that other systems has not done already, or that they're not trying to do currently, like systems with the Atari VCS system that's coming out in 2019 sometime. So with the Google system, a lot of the reports and rumors are saying that it's going to be a cloud-based gaming system, something maybe that you can already use with existing hardware like a Chromecast or within the Google Chrome browser. What it's going to do is something similar to the Nintendo Switch, what they've done with other games, where they're going to be cloud streaming it from their servers, so you're getting the game at full max settings for everything visually, but it's running on the cloud for the game console itself. So this could mean some new hardware, or it could just be new software updates coming to existing hardware. But for something like this, it definitely seems like a new Chromecast would be needed, or a new set-top box that you would see generally like from an Xbox or a PlayStation system. This would mean that you could play any majorly released title that Google can get access to without having a beefed up computer or an Xbox One X or PS4 Pro. So there's a lot of benefits to this, and we only can see what comes out of this with what Google does. And for the most part, Google's products do not let or disappoint. Not to mention the Pixel Buds we won't go into, but everyone's really excited for this, and I can only wait to see what comes next. Alright, and coming in for our next story here, we have Battlefield 5, which is the sequel to our Battlefield 1 game that everyone's been going crazy over graphically, gameplay-wise, and just overall amazing story here. So with Battlefield 5, the news is that they're having an alpha for pre-release for anyone who has a PC. Now this is a select small group of people that are going to be able to get into this alpha. The details will be down below if you are interested in trying to get that and how to apply to get into that alpha, but you're going to be seeing some amazing things that you wouldn't see before and new changes that were not in Battlefield 1. So I'm going to include a couple screenshots so you can see what's been changed, what you can expect in the alpha, and as well, if you haven't already seen the trailer, here comes the trailer now.
Launching grenade! I got your back! That's the rockets!
Hello, old friend.
Alright, and saving the best for last. This is our last story here, and this is which one is going to take up the most time, which is the most one that I'm excited for, which is our new Overwatch character, Hammond. So, if you did not already know, if you're not following me or just Overwatch news in general, or anyone else that covers Overwatch, Hammond was supposed to be a new character that people were excited for and that people were anticipating, but it came out a little differently. So Hammond does come from the Horizon Lunar Colony, and everyone was expecting him to be some kind of primate or chimp or orangutan, some kind of monkey, to follow up with the Winston character, who also comes from the Horizon Lunar Colony. But although we did get a new character, and they are from the Horizon Lunar Colony, we have Hammond, who is a hamster. So here is his origin story. Check that out.
Journal entry 1963-4, Harold Winston. Status update on Specimen 8. By now, we're all used to our super intelligent gorillas on the colony. But the hamster, we've named him Hammond, continues to be one of our biggest surprises. Even though he's grown from the genetic modification, we have more trouble keeping track of him than any of the other animals. Somehow, he managed to get out of his cage again. It took us days to find him. I can't help but wonder what it is he's looking for when he gets out there. He's shown impressive problem-solving skills and adaptability to new situations. And he's overcome all the challenges that have been placed in front of him. I, for one, can't wait to see what trouble the little guy gets up to next.
So now, a little bit more about Hammond. He's the age of 14. He does come from the Horizon Lunar Colony. He landed in Junkertown, which is where he formerly was known to be residing, but now we don't really know where he is. And he has a pilot mech suit. And here are his skills here and what you can expect him to do. And I also have some gameplay as well. He plays amazingly well for a tank class, and his skills bring something different and unique to the gameplay of how Overwatch's flow is going to handle. And I can see some reworks being happen, not just with him, but with other characters to make it adaptively playable against him. His name in the game is going to be called WreckingBall, and does he play like a wrecking ball? You're able to turn into a hamster ball, if you will, and roll around and shoot your machine guns, and from the machine guns you can instantly grapple onto some kind of higher surface and start swinging like a wrecking ball, and then just drop down, creating massive damage and lifting other players around so other people can do their ults, like McCree doing his high noon ult would catch everyone in the air, or if you wanted to drop down Hammond's mines, which are his ults, you would see that as well, causing some damage. So go ahead and watch some of this gameplay here.
targets.
Double kill. Double kill. Triple kill.
Vital signs not detected. Full speed.
Double kill.
Minefield deployed.
Double kill.
Neutralized.
Alright, that was Hammond the hamster from the Luna Horizon colony being played on the PTR in Overwatch on the PC here. Now, if you like that story or anything else that we covered here, please give a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. If you didn't like it, go ahead and leave a thumbs down. We're wrapping up today's coverage. We're going to be doing this every Friday. We'll be bringing you some news stories that you may not have seen or may not have heard of. So if you like what you see, please do comment, like, and subscribe. We are still doing the $100 Amazon giveaway at the end of the month, which is approaching very soon. And if you like what you saw, everything's going to be in the description below. It's been your boy, Fatboy J with Aperture Gaming, your portal to the gaming world. And I will see you guys next time.